Eastleigh Juniors are an under-13s football side, and they're going to be sponsored, or they are currently sponsored, by the Prodigy, famous for sort of...
Twisted Fire Starter!
Exactly, yeah, 90s club rave music.
You should do a cover.
Could be.
I'm not a scary.
Are we backing?
Yeah,
No, we've got a picture of them here.
Back him up, man.
We've got a picture of them here. They are. This is the kids' football team.
Fantastic. Yeah.
With the Prodigy logo on their shirt. I mean, the Prodigy have been a bit quiet in recent years, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is their way of getting back into it by sponsoring kids' football.
But do you know
teams.
what? Just because they're not in the charts doesn't mean to say that they've been quiet. They could be still huge on the dance scene.
That's right. Yeah.
So you know, maybe the surplus cash that they're making is helping these kids to become better football players. So I think it's great. I think it's wonderful.
I mean, there's been talk, hasn't there, in the past? I remember in the 90s there was talk of Oasis sponsoring Man City, and Goldie Looking Chain sponsor Newport. Is it Newport?
Really?
Newport
Yeah,
Town
because they're a
Football
Welsh.
Club?
Yeah, I've read that somewhere.
It's got GLC there, but then it's got like a fake gold chain on the shirt. It's amazing. It looks absolutely brilliant. We'll try and get a picture of that.
Everyone's blinged up.
Brilliant.
Now, Martin James is one of the fathers of the lads, and he also works in the music industry, and I understand that he was sort of crucial in brokering the deal. Martin, good evening.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Good, mate, not bad.
How on earth did you end up getting the Prodigy to sponsor your kids' football team?
I phoned them up.
What, as simple as that? They just said yes?
Do you know, I'd like to be able to say it was a really complicated thing, but it really was as simple as that. I was the Prodigy's biographer for quite a long time. So,
Okay.
So it's a bit of who you know.
That helps.
But they're not really into football, so I was quite shocked when they agreed to do it. But you know, it's a great thing. I was really excited, and because they were really into the idea that the kids listen to their music.
And do the kids listen to their music?
Oh God, yeah, big time.
What, before the sponsorship deal?
Before the sponsorship deal.
Is there anything current?
In fact, when they won the Hampshire Cup last season, they had Invaders Must Die on in the dressing room before they actually went on to the pitch.
Incredible.
Invaders
Did
must
it work?
die.
It worked, yeah.
Kill
they
the
won?
opposition. Kill the opposition.
Did they win?
They won, yeah. They won the Hampshire Cup. So they're currently the holders.
How many
Defending
deaths
it
were
again
there?
this weekend in Crampfield.
Must have been a heck of a party afterwards.
Well, for us, no, for the parents, but the kids have got to be home in bed early, haven't they?
So, in terms of how much the Prodigy have to do to sponsor a football team, does it mean you know they're just allowing you to use their logo, or are they going to put some money into the club?
No, they paid for the shirts and for the kits this season, and which has allowed us to put the logo on the front. And anything else, you know, we'll try and get the lads to meet them.
Are they going to come and
The
watch?
lads
Do you
are
think?
desperate to meet them.
Well, there must be. I mean, do the Prodigy still tour?
Oh God, yeah. They're headlining. They headline festivals all over the place. In fact, they have their own festival now called the Warriors Dance Festival. It's touring the world.
I can't think of a better place to send a group of 13-year-old lads.
Yeah, go to Bulgaria.
Be incredible, yeah. Get them down in the mosh pit, mate.
They're on
Bit of stage
Bulgarian radio over the weekend, apparently.
Mate, that's an incredible story. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Well done.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
incredible, the Prodigy of all
Fantastic.
people.
Yeah.
Right, blast from the past.
I mean,
heard
if-
that name in a long time.
ideally, like Arsenal fans, is there like a sort of, is there a band or like someone famous that you would like on your shirt? Because JVC was the iconic Arsenal shirt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was like the one
What
for
was
the
the
years.
man who sung at the closing ceremony at Highbury Stadium?
Roger Daltrey, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's the
Adultery
he's-
from The Who.
Yeah. He's a top
big,
gooner.
big Arsenal
That'd be good
fan.
to get the Who to
Gary
sponsor,
Kemp,
wouldn't
Yeah.
top gooners.
Some
Possibly,
Spandau.
The two brothers.
Quality.
Top gooners.
Spandau Ballet.
Yeah.
What about Man
right.
United?
Gold!
Oh, that's probably a bigger question for the born and breds. The Manx really, they've got their music scene up there is massive. You know, with sort of indie rock. So there's a number of bands that they look at. There's a few. I'd hate to say actually, because it's not my music. It's not what I'm into. So it's something that they'd probably talk about. But there's probably a couple. Me personally, I like to have, I don't know, someone like Lamar or someone like that.
He's been in here, Lamar.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
I don't think I'd like to have
sorry,
two.
Soul.
I see him on
It's a
Friday.
joke. It's a joke.
He performed at Shaka Zulu's on Friday.
Who does?
Lamar did.
Ah, yeah.
He's a top boy,
got a new
top
album.
boy.
Friday night,
album
Saturday
out.
night.
There have been some funny ones over the years. We've got some pictures here. AC Milan, this was a special treat.
Oh, quality.
Poo jeans.
Yeah, wow.
We were meant to be joined by Luther Blissett tonight, but he couldn't make it. That was a special treat for him.
I wonder if we wore that.
Poo jeans. I think we've got some other ones to show you as well.
Not great for image.
Bimbo.
Bimbo.
That was Chivas FC.
Yeah. Oh, a dog called Bimbo.
She looks...
That's nice. No, that's the...
Let's not say that one out loud.
Yeah.
Just read that one at home. That's actually
brilliant.
the name of the club.
Is that the
That's
people
not
that
the name of the
just
sponsor.
Is that who's just sponsored Newcastle?
Is there a different pronunciation for that, maybe?
Well, I'm not... Maybe... Vanka, perhaps. Yeah. But let's not
I'll let you
explore
say
it. Olympique Lyonnais from France, Lyon.
Yeah, I like that.
The 69.
That's great.
Sponsored by an ice cream, eh?
Indeed, yeah. Look at that. Oxford United, Wang. That's what was that, 80s, 90s? That looks late 80s, doesn't it, that?
I remember that old,
Dirty.
that old...
More of an ironic one, that, rather than
I know.
dirty sins.
Poor old Portsmouth.
Do you feel sorry for Portsmouth?
I do. Absolutely do. I think it's...
I do too.
It's so tough when somebody comes in, fills you with all these dreams and that, and you know, guys that are supposed to look after the ethos and the history of an important club, and squanders so much money, thinks that the gravy train is going to carry on. Like Leeds is a prime example.
Leeds, absolutely.
You know,
Leeds.
I think a lot of these guys have a lot to answer for. The likes of Peter Ridgedale and you know
definitely.
the like. I think they've got a lot to answer for.
Yeah. Portsmouth's particularly tragic as well, and it feels like such an old-fashioned club. I don't know if you've been to Fratton Park, but there's a real special atmosphere.
Yeah.
It
I've
feels,
done loads of shows.
it smells
up in
like
Portsmouth.
80s football.
Yeah.
That's it. And
Yeah.
you know, close to the pitch, which is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Proper stadium. You've got the guy that rings his bell.
That's
throughout the
right,
whole night.
right.
You don't really get that. Most grounds have bound that now. If that
Yeah.
was about, and
Yeah.
I feel for him. You say Leeds are a great example. And even bigger clubs now. You know, Rangers. You know, just completely, just you know, people not paying gas and electric bills when they should be, and they're telling people they are. You know, it's crazy to think that goes on in such a highly governed and the biggest sport in the world.
Institutions, man, these
absolutely.
clubs are.
And
you know?
they're hubs of the community. I mean, there's nowhere else in Portsmouth where 20 to 30,000 people would all come together at the same time. Once a week. It's these places really are at the heart of the country.
Commendable fan base.
Maybe the job site.
Absolutely.
That's about it now.
We've got a few more. We've got a few more shirts. This one from Scarborough. Black Death vodka. When was that?
That can't be legal.
Drinking
for a
peace.
sponsor on a
Wow.
Absolutely horrible.
Well, especially with the kind of dripping blood bit.
What's the next one? Boner. St Johnston.
Now that I love. Yeah.
And West Brom is the last one. This is interesting. Does anyone remember that?
I don't.
I don't remember that.
Not at all.
Yeah, what year
I
was
need
that?
to see the face of the
player.
player, really.
I mean, that because of the Umbro logo, I'm guessing that's sort of 80s. It looks like an 80s photo.
Maybe Laurie Cunningham days, or
Was that no smoking at half time? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
looks
or
like
maybe
it's
super.
superimposed
it
onto
does
his
look
shirt.
superimposed, doesn't it?
Do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it. Someone's pulling your leg.
It's not superimposed. Apparently,
Is it not?
I'm being
Wow,
told. We
really?
can absolutely promise it's not superimposed.
Okay.
If you go back to the last picture, the one before.
Can we just go back to the one before, the Boner one?
I want to see.
There we
no,
are.
I wanted to see it because I've heard a rumour that they're now sponsoring Ryan Giggs. But yeah, I just want to see the spelling of it again.
Yeah.